Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with jetting back to 1990. Winnipeg Jets 1990-91 season continued. Jeff, we've done remarkably good to start the year. We're 16-10-2. Just taking a look at our roster here really quickly, you can see we've kind of remade the Jets, and if this is the first time tuning in, we took over the Jets in 89-90, made a few trades, picked up a few free agents, and year two, that's continued. We've continued to add a few more free agents. We brought in Dominic Hasek to come be with Grant Fuhr, who we added in a trade last year. We have some draft picks coming. We brought in some Russian help, as well as brought in one of the Stasnies, traded for another Stasny. Timo Solandi's here a couple years early now, putting up 23 points in 28 games. We brought in old man Guy Lafleur, which
He's actually hanging on pretty well.
Yeah, he's
doing better than the point of game right now.
I got to turn you up because you sound quiet on me, so I'm going to turn you up a little bit now. Yeah, so looking just at our stats summary here, we can see Dale Howardchuk is leading with 41 points through 28 games because we still have Howardchuk. John Ogernick, who we picked up in a trade. Grodnick, whatever. I'm going to get that name wrong every single time. It's not a name. It's not actually just not a player who I remember. Ogrodnick has 24 points in 28 games. Pat Elnick, 24 and 28. Timo Solani, 23 and 28. Guy Lafleur, 20 and 18. So we got guys scoring, and more importantly, we have some depth scoring, which has really been paying off for us this year. Looking at our lines here, you can see we have Howardchuk with Solani, and then Cunnyworth's on that line, although he's been hurt a little bit, if memory serves. Then we have Steen and
Randy Carlisle having kind of a late career resurgence too. He's already got more points this year than he had last year.
Cardinals fan in our OOTP Developments chat says, I am addicted to FHM. I've seen your stuff on our Discord there, Cardinals fan. I'm glad to hear it. How do we sound, by the way, Cardinals fan? We were working on some sound issues before we got started here, so hopefully we sound okay.
Particularly mine.
Yeah, so we have some guys just starting to move. We seem to be going kind of in the right area here, so I'm kind of happy. We ended off at the beginning of December, our board confidence update. Barry Shankrow, who's our owner, thinks that it's been a great success, but we didn't have a great month. We only went 6-5-3, but he's overall satisfied, which is good. Taking a look at our job security, we're staying pretty high, which is great. Yeah, I mean, that's... Cardinals fan with a question in the chat there for you, Jeff, if you don't mind.
How can I act as the AIGM? Not exactly sure I understand the question, but if you're talking about you want to control other teams, you'd have to start a multiplayer game and add a separate GM for them. And if you're in commissioner mode, there are a few things that you have a little bit of control of if you're of other teams.
Okay, so we got outshot by Vancouver, but we beat them 3-2 in regular time. We scored a goal every period.
Isn't that much of an accomplishment because Vancouver's terrible at this point.
Take the wins we can get. Solani, Lafleur, and Alexei Gusarov scored on the power play. This is by Ramel Helmanen and Mo Mantha, so nice. Good scoring all around. That's kind of the things we want to see. Howardchuk's actually creeped into the top 10 of points. Awesome. Taking a look at coaches' evaluation on new players. Unsurprisingly, some of our draft picks we signed, like Alexei Zamnov and Yuri Sleger, as well as Zdeno Sigur, are taking some time to actually get used to playing. Our Russians who are on the team are adjusting, but it's going to be a little bit. And then we did pick up Guy Hebert as our number 3 goalie. We got him in the waiver draft. So we should actually probably put him on the trade block in case we can end up getting something for him. Because we will lose him on the trade, or we will lose him on the waiver draft next year. we just don't really have room for him. Okay, so Grant Fuhr's out, so we're going to put Dominic Hasek in for this game versus New Jersey. We're still just kind of simming through this because, we get absolutely stomped by New Jersey. Wow. 10-1 loss. What happened?
Ouch.
Oof. They outshot us 41-31. They scored was 6-0. Was 9-0 before we finally got a goal in the third period.
Didn't get shut out, at least.
Boy, there's a lot of future Red Wings. Where's Pewag on this team? Oh, Paulie Eisbert.
He's David Maley, who never scores, gets 2.
Yeah. Oof. Pat Verbeek just destroyed us. Brandon Shanahan. Oh, man. Let's look at the bottom line numbers here. Oh, boy, that is ugly. Randy Cunnyworth had a decent game, and everybody... Oh, so did Raymond Haminen and Guy Lafleur, but everybody else was just horrific.
They're on the same line, aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah.
-4 from Alex Gusterov. Yeah, our defense was not good. Like, we weren't even getting a power play goals. That's the worst part. -5, Timo Solani. Ouch. He got exploited hard. Oof. Cardinals fan says in our chat, only reason why is because I keep putting players in the game and was because I knew they would get addicted. Now I have like 20 hours in 3 days. I'm in commissioner mode and I want to find O'Reilly a home and the AI won't sign him.
If you're in commissioner mode, the easiest thing to do is just give him a contract somewhere.
All right, we just lost Frederick Olofsson, our top defenseman, for 5 weeks.
That's not good because we've already got Newman out for, I think, another month or 2, isn't it?
I believe, yeah.
So one problem we've got, the defense is kind of thin at this point.
So we have Brian Marchant who's going to come on.
Marchment. And still got Sergei Zubov in the minors, and it's pretty ugly after that.
Yeah, I don't really want to take up Zubov. I mean, we could sign Tim Waters to come play for a little bit. Ooh, yeah, 1 star. Or we could bring Ardo Blumstein over. What do we have for guys signed? I don't contracts. We're at 43.
Can't sign Blomsten in the middle of the season. He's in Sweden.
We can't sign him? Oh, that's terrible. All right, so if we look at signable defensemen, just curious. Let's look at top ability, and yeah, okay, it's still kind of a... Well, we could sign Herbert.
Herbie Owenberger.
Yeah. He's the top poppin' guy who shows off. 1.5 stars.
You got better than that?
Not really. But okay, I guess we're going to sign Tim Waters back to a contract. Or should we sign Gord Donnelly?
Either or Cronin.
3 points, 54 games.
Cronin's the youngest, I think.
27, 28, and 31. Yeah, not a huge amount of difference there. All right. Offer him a contract. He wants $50,000 for 2 years. Question in the chat there for you, Jeff.
Yeah, actually, that one's probably easier if you just quickly show him how to do it in the game. So it's just going into the edit screen.
Yeah, the easiest way to do that would be, so if I was looking at free agents here, because there was somebody here at Cardinal Stand, so he's asking how I can assign someone to a team. So say I want Dave Hunter to go play with, I guess he, all right. We'll put him on Pittsburgh. I want to make sure I'm first off in commissioner mode, which I am. You're going to go back to the player. You want to go to hit their edit. And then you want to go down here where you say current team. And then you're going to go to the United States, so you can see the National Hockey League, and then you can click on it to assign whoever, and do that for current team and their contracted team. And then here you can change what they're getting paid, so you can put for however many years you want. So maybe you put on a 1-year contract or a 2-year contract, if that's what you want to do. And once you have that done, make sure you click the save button. If you don't click the save button, you're going to have to do it all over again. All right. And okay, so we just signed Sean. Oh, he's actually even worse now. That was a terrible signing, Jeff. He's half star. Oh, man.
On 451 penalty minutes last year.
Oof. Yeah, we signed him and he dropped all the way down below some of the other guys. We should have not signed him. Oh, man. All right, we'll bring up Jason York for now. You can come sit on the bench as our... Yeah, you're worthless to us. And kind of see there. All right, so... Yeah, I don't mind giving Marchment number 1 minutes. We'll see. That might be a disaster, but... Fuhr is still tired from his last games because he had to come in relief, so we'll put Hasek back in for this game versus LA. And we lose 5-0 to them. Man, Hasek cannot get in a groove at all. Wayne Gretzky scored? Not familiar with him. Peter Nedved, Rob Blake, Andrei Komatov. Grit Flyers, evening, gentlemen. And we just lost Peter Stas. Oh, come on. What is up with the injuries? He's out 5 weeks with a 3rd-degree MCL sprain.
And he's 34 years old.
So do we put Dan Hodson in? No, we put Kamensky in because he's better than him. Okay, we're going to put him to the injured list then. Okay, so let's look at our lines here.
You got Jack Kamensky, yeah.
Yeah. Why is Elnuck playing on the 4th line? That doesn't make sense, does it?
Because you got Anton Stasny stuck on the 3rd line.
I could move Guy Lafleur down or put him on over for Ashton. All right. Let's have the AI create lines here for us. And Kamensky got put all the way up to the 2nd line. Elnuck's down on the 4th, or up to the 2nd. Guy Lafleur got all the way down to the 4th.
Yeah, because Stasny's in that 3rd line right wing spot.
Fine, I'll undo that for now. Put Stasny on the left wing. Do you like Kamensky on the 2nd line?
Yeah. Probably put Ogrodnik there.
Yeah. All right. Cardinals fan, that seems like a terrible idea. How could you possibly do that? Let's see here. All right, nothing else quite of note. Yeah, what's up with the injuries? Man, it just, sometimes it happens. And again, we have a lot of young guys, but we also have a lot of old guys on our team. And the older you get, the more likely you are to get injured, it seems. Back-to-back versus LA. Oh, man. We lose 6-0 in this game. Man, what?
You haven't scored in 3 games.
That's not true. We scored in the other one, didn't we? Pretty sure we scored in the 3rd one. It's been 2 games we haven't scored.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Just Oh, there we go. 4-3 victory over St. Louis. Brett Hull scored in Ken Danico, but then Gusarov, Lafleur, Greg Hagen, Pat Elnick scored. Okay, you know what? Oh, jeez. Helmanen got injured for 3 weeks with a separated shoulder. So that means Hodson is definitely coming in. All right, so we got to call up one person, so we have an extra person. But yeah,
Barnes or Cider. Probably Barnes.
Yeah, it's got to be Stu. So we don't really want to burn his rookie stuff yet, so we'll leave him on the bench for the moment.
There's a chat question about the plus minus being cut off at the end of your player pop-ups. What resolution are you in?
Give me a second here. I'm just going to redo the lines again. Okay, I put Cunnyworth back up on the first line. What if we put Stasny up on the first, or not Stasny, Lafleur up on the first line with Howardchuk and Solani? Probably too much shooting, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if he fits well with Solani. Okay. Although he hasn't been shooting that much this year.
If we put Elnick up on, the left wing. Kennyworth's up there right now. We'll just leave it alone. All right. So first off, my resolution. So if you don't know how to change your resolution, you go to your start screen, and along the bottom here, you can see its settings. And I'm currently in 1680 by 1050, Jeff.
I wonder if it's when I'm at 16 by 9, I don't get that end of the pop-up cut off. I'll take a look at that later.
So, yeah, if we just... All right. Continuing here. I'm thinking about raising the roster space to 22, Cardinals fan 30,000 says. That way you have 4 full lines. That's a very international thing to do. And we lose 4-2 to Chicago. Man, we just cannot sustain with all these injuries. We put up 47 shots, though, and we just couldn't beat Belfour. If you tell me somebody else is injured, I'm going to get... No, Ronick just increased his score streak. Okay, fine, whatever. Game versus Montreal. Put Hasek in. Both of our goalies are cold now. Nothing's going right. We're on a downspin. And we actually pick up a 4-1 win, finally, over Montreal. 19-14-2.
Guy Lafleur, the first star against Montreal.
2 assists. He's playing well enough. We might have to try and slap another contract onto him.
May not help. He's 39. He may retire anyhow. And I'm not sure if he even wants to sign again.
We beat Philadelphia 4-2. All right, there we go. Got it rattled off a couple straight wins. That's good. There was no scoring till the third period, and then all the goals came. They scored twice, and then we scored 4 straight. And give us Pittsburgh here. Not going to change anything else. Going to sim it out, and we lose 3-0 to Pittsburgh. So we're beating teams, but we're losing to the truly superstar teams, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh is leading the league right now.
All right, upcoming free agents here. Guy Lafleur is actually showing up at 3.5 stars now. All right, let's see if we can renew his contract. He wants $120,000 for 1 year, but I'm going to put that on a 2-year deal. What if I put it on a 3-year deal? Okay, he will sign a 3-year deal. So we'll see if we can keep old man Guy Lafleur around. Should we offer Randy Cuthingworth a deal too, as it is?
Yeah, he's at 3 stars. Solid second, third line.
Oh, he wants $440,000 for 3 years. Ugh. Yeah, we need him, but boy, that's a lot of money. Ron Wilson, he's been on the decline. I'm not sure. We need him, and he just got hurt, so he's gone for day to day. Because of course he is.
And do you have to call somebody up, or can he play?
We have Stu Barnes up, so he can jump in the lineup. And Guy Lafleur and Randy Cuthingworth sign. All right, so Stu Barnes is going to be in his first Jets action. Game versus Detroit. All right, sim it out, and we lose 5-4. Because of course we are. Sharpie 58 says, "Let's go Pens." How dare you, Sharpie 58?
Dan Hodgson, because of the injury, gets 3 assists.
Guy Lafleur scores 2 goals. He's happy with his new contract, at least. But man, just can't quite get it done. All right, Ramo Helmanen's return to practice. That's good as well. Back to back with Detroit. All right, not going to change anything. Sim it out, and we lose 5-1. What?
Can't beat Detroit.
Scores. I mean, this is a pretty good Detroit team. Looking at the names here, you got Probert, Murphy, Yzerman, Fedorov, Fedorenko, Graves, Jared Gallant, Vladimir Konstantinov, and real Winnipeg Jet at some point, Tim Shovelday, who I actually just got a new hockey card of in one of my packs there. One of my dollar store packs. Actually got him and a Tim Waters card. All right, Frederick Olofsson's returning to skate. Peter Stastny returning to skate. Ron Wilson is back soon. Okay, so we might be getting some reinforcements to start the new year, which would be oh so nice. We're actually going to play out this game versus Minnesota because last time there was lots of goals.
Chat question from Newhouser. The Penguins said, well, they were first in the division, but it was a pretty weak. Was still the Patrick division at that point? Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Wasn't a great division, so they were first overall there, but there were, I think, 6 or 7 teams ahead of them in the overall standings. But they won the cup anyhow. Still think that looks like Grover.
Don't insult Benny. And we have the American National Anthem playing via a mod. All right, I'm going to switch it now to just go to all goals. Oh man, of course we miss a fight right away. Come on, guys. There's a goal. Marchment? Yeah, Brian Marchment scores. Nice. Second goal of the year. That's what you like to see. Another fight. Let's see here. The ice has been degraded with only a minute left. Well, that's not good. Gave up a power play goal. Howardchuk being in. Larry Murphy scores. Come on. Brett Ashton. Needs to be explained his role, but he doesn't understand it. All right, so we'll have to look at his role. Oh, 2-1.
The shot from the point.
Yeah. Third fight of the game already. Oh,
Well,
man, what are we
late
doing?
80s, early 90s.
Come on, guys. Mike Gardner's destroying us. Another fight, so that's 4.
Gardner just beat Kassarov to the outside there.
Oh, we explained it to Ashton again, and now he finally understands his role. Yes, let's increase the tempo to see if we can outscore them. Oh, no, good. Yeah, let's take more penalties. That's what we need. There we go. Nicely done, Lafleur and Ashton. And Hodson in there. Awesome. Keep the pressure up, boys. Nice turnover. Can he score? Stasny with the ties the game with 1:53 left. Whew. And then Kamensky takes a penalty. We are now in overtime. What happens in overtime? And we end up with a tie game. Actually, I'll take that because we came back.
Yep.
All right. I'm just actually going to, while I'm thinking about it, what is Stu Barnes' player tactic? Oh, he said as a screener. Yeah, he should be off that. Put him as an up and down winger.
He's a center, though. You don't want him on that?
You're right. Aggressive forechecker. He's a center who I'd like to convert into right wing to give us more right wing depth. But not too worried. Teppo Numanen has returned to practice. Oh, there is some lights on the horizon. Dan Hodson apparently got hurt, and I didn't know that. What happened to him? Ron Wilson is down to day-to-day, but we're going to leave him out to get fully healthy. Game versus Boston, still not going to change anything. Sim it out, and 5-2 loss to Boston. Man. Havlicek, Mantha score. Well, we're actually leading our division at least. So Ron Wilson is ready to come back.
To be fair, it's a pretty bad division, but
hey,
actually, no, Calgary, two-time defending champion now.
All right, so NHL player poll results. Best skater is Wayne Gretzky. Hardest shot is Al McInnes. Hard to argue with that. Toughest is Bob Provert. Again, hard to argue. Fastest, Paul Coffey. Best role model, Steve Yzerman. Cleanest is Andy Brickley. Controversial is Igor Larionov.
Surprising.
Really? All right. Overrated is Jimmy Carson. Poor Jimmy Carson.
Yeah.
Underrated is Kevin Lowe. Smartest is Randy Gregg. Toughest goalie to beat is Patrick Waugh. And coach you'd most like to play for is Craig Patrick.
Ouch. He's in Philadelphia now.
Yes. All right, so we can take Stu Barnes out and put Ron Wilson back in. And play this game versus Vancouver. We'll throw Hasek in because he hasn't been in for a couple games. And we win 4-3. Nice. Good way to end the year. Hoggood, Ashton, Steen. I think there's probably a good chance I was actually at that game. It's been a long time. But, all right. Top selling jerseys: Randy Cunneyworth, Guy Lafleur, Dale Hawerchuk, Grant Fuhr, and Thomas Steen. All right, Dominic Hasek goes up by 2. Nice. So he's up to, was he at 4 stars? He is now, anyways. Timo Solani improves by another 3. Everybody else is just moving up. Dave Ellett drops, and then Brad Berry, Craig Indian. Yeah, not too much of a loss there. Yeah, actually, LA's in our division too. The fact we're doing better than them. All right, board
Yeah,
conference.
just not doing very well this year.
Yeah, 4-8-1. Ooh. Yeah, not a great month of December, but I'm going to blame that on the injuries. And we have a storyline show up with Alan Carr, who's sad about his missing gloves. And talks about how badly they stink, which I think Jeff based on his real life. Is that correct, Jeff? Did I get that?
No, you did not.
What, you'd have nice, clean-smelling gloves? I don't know, but okay, yeah. Dan Hodson is listed as a sniper. We got to change that right away. There's no way that's his best. Well, actually, okay, playmaker, setup man. We'll set him as a playmaker. End game versus the defending Stanley Cup champions will leave Grant Fuhr in for a revenge game for a team he hasn't played for yet. And we get our butts kicked again 6-1. Wow. Now, granted, that is a great Calgary team.
Yep, and they've had an match. You got yourself Beckhoff, who never actually came over to the NHL, played in Switzerland instead.
Yeah, Brad McKibben, Gary Roberts, Keith Acton, Doug Gilmore, Joe Neuendijk, Robert Reichel, Theo Fleury, Sergei Makarov, Joe Mullen. Yeah, boy, that's a nice stacked team. And okay, we got a few more guys getting closer to getting better, which is always good. Newhouser C in the chat said, wasn't Fuhr one of the early adopters of like high-level training off-season work?
Fuhr is not really a guy to associate with intensive training. I don't think so.
No.
Fuhr tends to run a little to the chubby side.
4-4 tie versus Buffalo. I would say Fuhr to me was always, I hate saying it, but a little bit overrated. But he was probably one of the best goalies ever in the playoffs. Okay, this is interesting. Craig Ludwig is on waivers from Montreal. He's 1 year. He's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. 1.5 star ability, 1.5 star potential. He would actually give us some defensive depth. I think I'm going to make that claim. Thoughts?
You are getting Newman back, and you may want to check how long it will be before Olsen's back, though.
Oh, they're all day today. Okay, we won't then.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to have to send Marchment and maybe Mantha down. Oh, no, you got York there too?
Yeah, York will be the first one, and then Marchment. Game versus Hartford. Hasek's going in for the game versus Hartford. Still a fantastic logo. I'll say that every single time I see it.
Yep.
And 8-5 victory over Hartford. Nice. Carlisle, Cunneyworth. Steen makes it 3-3 at the end of the first. Cunnyworth scores again and on the power play. We're down 5-4 going into the final period. And then we score 4 straight goals. Nice. Cunnyworth. Ellett scores shorthanded. Howard scores on the power play. And Guy Lafleur scores an empty net goal. Nice. Nice.
Adam Bird gets a holding penalty, gets out of the box, and 10 seconds later takes another holding penalty.
Well, you got to know what you're doing, right? Your job is to go and stop that guy, so you stop him by any way you can. All right, I got to look at that again. Sorry. Standings. Calgary has actually moved past us. We've actually played 3 more games than them. So, better year than last year, but yeah, 154 goals for versus 162 goals against. Not exactly great for us there.
Yeah, that's actually, we've got the second worst goal differential in the division.
Just behind Vancouver. Or just ahead of Vancouver. Game versus Boston. We'll leave Fear in net. And we lose 4-2 again. Solani scored. And Hoggood. And just as our guys are coming back, Dave Ellett gets injured. And he's done for the year.
Oh, jeez.
Broken bone in elbow. Gone 6 months. I don't even know what to say. I'm just...
Well, I mean, at least you're getting the other guys back.
Jeez. Okay, injured list. Let's bring Olofsson back. Olofsson can play. Oops. And let's bring Newman back to the active roster. He's not quite ready, but he's close. Poor Dave Ellett. Luckily, we have a bit of a break for games here. And, oh, look, Ramo Helmanen's ready to come back. So he's in. Stu Barnes is going down. Teppo Newman is close to returning. Yeah, okay. There you go. Frederick Olofsson is ready to go. So we got Olofsson back just in time. So York comes out. And all right. Dan Hansen has had 10 points in 22 games. Has anybody been worse than that? Ron Wilson has been.
Better defensively, though?
Kaminsky's had 14 points in 35 games. It's got to be Hodson comes out and Helman goes back in. All right, looking at our lines then. All right, there we go. Game versus Chicago will give Hasek his weird quasi come back and beat them game. And we lose 5-4. We tried. Howard
No, Belfort.
Well, this is peak Belfort. Dirk Graham. Ah, man. And Peter Stastny's getting close to coming back too. You know, we're going to put Ron Wilson on the trade block. Oh, Teppo Newman is close. And hooray, Alan Kerr found his dirty, stinky gloves. That is not what I meant to click. Game versus Calgary again, summing it out. And we only lose 4-3 to them, so that's a little bit of a victory. .29 defensive game rating from Frederick Olofsson. Not great from a guy who's playing 24 minutes a night.
Well, he just came back, though.
And Stastny's close to coming back. All right, let's get... Ah, man, stop doing that. Stastny's back to the active roster, so we'll send Jason York back down to Moncton. And we continue. And he says he is now ready, but we're going to leave him off for this next game anyways. Put Haswick in for this game versus Calgary, and we actually beat Calgary, finally. 7-4 victory.
Handily, too.
Yeah, we were actually down to a 500 record, so that pushed us back up one above. Cuddyworth scores 2 in the first, and we were down 3-2. Then Gusarov. Ogrodnik scored a shorthander. Ashton scored. Gusarov again, and then Howardchuk scores his 30th of the year. And Dale Howardchuk gets hurt.
Oh.
Day-to-day.
Day-to-day only, at least.
But he doesn't need to be hurt. All right, so we're just going to replace him straight up with Peter Stastny going in the first line. And see how it goes. And versus Vancouver, we win 5-2. And Stastny rewards us with a goal and 2 assists going on the first line. He's like, oh yeah, I'm ready for this. Guy Lafleur continues to keep scoring goals. The things pay off. And Teppo Numminen is ready to come back. Yes.
So which defenseman gets hurt now?
Stop it. And Howardchuk says he's ready to come back.
Carlisle might be due.
Oh, of course. Gusarov just got hurt. Just because you said that.
Oh, there we go.
You got to be like that, Jeff. Who else got hurt? Oh, apparently Gusarov. He's only hurt day-to-day, but... All right. Howardchuk's on the edge of returning, but... we'll just run it as it is versus Minnesota. Let's put Hasek in the net again. Sim it out, and... we win 4-1 over Minnesota. Stastny continues to do really well in that number 1 line role for some reason. He's just thriving. .75 offensive game rating, 66 defensive game rating, has 2 assists and is a +1. 2 shots on goal, 1 missed shot. 2 penalty minutes. Explain it to me, Jeff. What's going on?
See if he can keep it up, though. He may wear down.
Of course. And just because you had to bring up Carlisle, he just got suspended for 6 games. And Hoggett got hurt with a black eye. Oh, my goodness.
So, Jason York coming back up.
Oh, Gusarov is ready to go, so that's fine.
You had a few days off there at least. That helps.
Yeah. So Carlisle comes out. And we're putting Gusarov back in, but we don't have an extra defenseman right now.
And Howardchuk is back to 100% at least?
Yeah. So who's coming out for... no? Who's coming out for Howardchuk? Well... I guess Kaminsky's coming back out. Peter can go back in with his brother. Even though Hodgood's not really hurt, I'm going to have to... All right, I guess we're bringing up Sergei Zubov early.
I already played a little bit.
But we have to send somebody down. All right, I can... No, I'll just throw Hodgood on the injured list for now. And so we look at our lines again here. Let's have existing create lines.
You need to change Zubov's role?
Why, you don't like him as a screener, as a defenseman?
Yeah, it seems like a bad idea.
Sure. I think he'd be pretty good for him running up into the play all the time. Rushing to quarterback? Quarterback. Islanders suck, so this is a perfect game for Fear to hopefully get his game on, and 5-1 victory. Like it. Actually, the Islanders are doing pretty good. They're actually just a little bit behind us, 25-21 and 3. All right. Again, we're getting scoring from 3 lines again, so this is what you like to see. B Gibbs 15 in the chat says, do any of you guys play OOTP? I'm assuming he's talking to some of the chat, but also, Jeff, do you play Out of the Park baseball?
I haven't in a while. Been a little busy with FHM.
Yeah, that's the same for me. I spent a lot of hours over the last number of years. In fact, I was just mentioning this. This is my 6th year now with Out of the Park Developments and as being the community manager of FHM. So I've been playing Out of the Park basically since then as well. All right, trade proposal. Okay, that's not actually a terrible trade. Pat Flatley for Ron Wilson.
That's a really good trade for you.
Still under contract for 2 more years?
Had injury trouble the last few years, but he's not particularly injury prone.
No. Looking at scouting play style. Similar to Brett Ashton on our roster. Has a tendency to get a little overconfident. We make that trade, don't we?
Yeah, I think so. I'm assuming his contract's up?
Ron Wilson's, yeah.
Flatley's?
No, he's got 2 years left.
Oh, okay.
Sure,
Even
next.
better.
I'm going to put him back on the trade block just in case something really interesting comes up for him, but I don't hate that trade. We will dress him and get him in the lineup. And I'm just doing this because I don't want to adjust everything else. Okay, so I think I got him in there for everything. So game versus Edmonton here. Flatley needs a jersey number, of course. What does he want? He wants 26, but that's already taken. So he can have 24. and he's okay with that. Sim game versus Edmonton. And we win 5-1 over Pokey Reddick and Edmonton. Former Winnipeg Jet. Guy Lafleur, 16th goal of the year. Howard scores again. Zubov scores
Zubov, the first star.
Nice. Yeah, 1 goal, 1 assist. Grodnik scores on the power play. Flatley scores his 14th goal shorthanded at the end of the game. So he's immediately trying to fit in. Okay, so let's look at our stats summary here. Thanks, Cardinals fan, for redirecting B. Gibbs. Rit Flyers announced the logo pack has an update 2.0 that is available. Yes, Rit Flyers, one of our community members and one of our beta testers, put up an updated massive logo pack for FHM that is available on Steamworks as well as on our forums. So if you want that, you can go download it now and have it in your game. Howard Chuck has 63 points in 51 games. Lafleur has 50 points in 43 games. I think if he hopefully is back next year, that'll be pretty good for us. Grodnik has 40 and 53. Elnick has 37 and 53. Solandi's got 35 and 53. That's not bad for his rookie year. Cunnyworth's 28. Yeah, again, a lot of scoring just up and down the lineup, eh?
About a month away from the trading deadline, by the way.
Yes. Game versus Quebec here. We're going to put Hasek in for this one. And you know what? We're going to just kind of watch a bit of this. We're just going to go to all goals. Perfect. Don't you love Quebec's mascot, Jeff? And Grodnik scores.
Grodnik, 1 on 4, yeah.
Oh, goes through everybody. Oh, no, that's not looking good. All right. We give up 1-1. Guy Lafleur doesn't understand his role of sniper. Must be a French thing, I would have to imagine. 1-1 in the second. And oh no! Get the puck out of our zone! No! 5 on 3. Ugh. Hanging our goalie out to dry. But then Howard Chuck steals on the penalty kill. Howard Chuck and Steen team up for a goal. Tied 2-2. And a third. Guy Lafleur. That's odd.
Yeah, that shouldn't be coming up for him in that.
Solandi's trying to score, but he can't. Gets to Cunnyworth, but Cunnyworth buries it. 3-2. Cardinals fan 30,000 says, can't expect to take all these penalties and win. Tie game. 3-3. And then Solani goes to the box with a penalty. And we cough it up, and immediately they score 4-3. Nice face-off win. Another nice face-off win, and scores! Tied game with 3 minutes left. Teppo Newman scores his first of the year. Guy Lafleur coming in. Hyman trailing. Lafleur scores! Guy Lafleur.
2:20 left.
And then he immediately gets into a fight. Oh, man. Guy Lafleur drops the gloves in Quebec. I love it.
Feisty at his old age.
Man, 5-4 victory over Quebec. Who did he fight? Steve Finn. Steve Finn apparently antagonized him. He got a 10-minute misconduct on top of the fight. Oh, man. Give him what they want, I guess. Game versus Montreal. 4-3 victory over Montreal. Here we go. We're starting to get a little bit of mojo back. Lafleur scores again. Grodnik. Wow, we put up 66 shots on Montreal. Did they just decide not to show up? We had 41 penalty minutes to their 33, but boy, that is a firing range, Jeff.
Yeah, that's... Can't imagine Wah was happy with that.
939
Assuming
save
he was in goal.
percentage. He was, yep. Brett Ashton gets hurt. And he's gone for 1 to 2 months with a fractured jaw.
Now we'll get Kaminsky in.
Yeah. All right. Boy, oh boy. All right. Hoggood's getting ready to return, so that's good news. Development report. Stu Barnes increased. Chris Draper got a few more increased. Guy Hebert. Getting them off. Timus Lanny is up to 3 stars. I think that's his first 3-star, Jeff. Tim Waters goes down. Grant Fuhr goes down.
Yeah, he was 2.5 stars at the start of this.
Yeah, Grant Fuhr goes down. Guy Lafleur goes down. Peter Stastny, Anton Stastny, Ogrodnik, Momantha, Ashton. That's not good. And monthly honors shockingly go to Wayne Gretzky and John Casey. Board confidence update. Barry Shanker thinks the season is a great success so far. The last month we went 8-2-2, and for a long-term perspective, he is happy, satisfied. There is a rumor that we're shopping Pat Flatley, which is true, and Washington, New York, and Boston are talking about it. Washington, who we got him from.
I got him from the Islanders, but the Islanders are on that list too.
Yeah. Can we put Hoggood back on the active roster? Yeah, 2 more days. That's fine. If you're in net for this game versus Washington here, sum it out really quick. And 4-1 victory over Washington. Lafleur scores again. Solani scores 2. Momantha. All right. And Teppo Newman got hurt. Took 15 stitches to the face. Okay, fair enough. He can still play, though, so he's going to. Hasek's going in net for this one. Sim it out, and we have a 3-3 tie. Guy Lafleur scores his 20th of the year and 21st. We were up 3-0 and give up 3 straight goals in the third period. That hurts. Oh no. Brian Marchment got hurt, and he's bruised foot 1 to 2 days, but the good news is Randy Carlisle's back at least. So Carlisle can go and Marchment can go to the injured list. Stop clicking on depth chart, man. Hoggood should be able to... No, he's got to stay for 1 more day. Hoggood can come back. We don't have to worry about the roster spots. Which means Hoggood is coming in for Sergei Zubov.
Done pretty well, 7 points in 9 games.
Yeah. There is a bunch of point streaks going on right now. And game versus Toronto here. We're just kind of going to keep going. Fear, again, revenge tour game versus the Leafs. And we lose 4-1. Fear, what are you doing, man? We score a shorthanded goal to start it, but then give up 4 straight goals. And Teponimidum's basically back healthy. And the Whalers fired their coach, Rick Lay, and they brought in Joe Micheletti to be their new head coach. All right, I am going to just sim through this game of Pittsburgh, and I think that'll be a good spot for us to wrap up. And we lose 7-1, because of course we do. Lemieux has 5 points.
It is the best team in the league.
Howardchuk is the only guy who scores, assisted by Solani and Cunnyworth. All right, with that, thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well. You can, of course, reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. You, of course, can reach out to us in our Twitter bio. You can find a link to our official Discord channel, which has already been mentioned here, and come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager and everything else with people on there. Or you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to our official forums where you can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Out of the Park Go, Perfect Team, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff, did I miss anything?
I think you covered pretty much everything. We're continuing to work on the next update. Probably won't be out till sometime middle-ish of next month. So it'll be a while before we do that, but we're going to have some things coming for that.
I'm just going to point out here, simming through Guy Lafleur, 4 points in a game versus Buffalo.
Nice.
So we can feel good about that. We are currently second to LA, 60 games played, 67 points.
Yeah, not bad.
And just putting it on the stats list so we can have this as our ending screen. Yes, we will be back next week, again next Wednesday, with Jeff's game, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the 2021 Vancouver Canucks. Jeff, you were simming up to the draft and free agency, am I correct?
Yep, I think we'll start probably on July the 1st.
Sounds good. So thank you very much, and we will see you all again next week.